Russians hang tough in Kosovo. Uninvited Russian forces hold their ground. U.S. officials in a dither as to how to deal with the mess. American troops finally roll into parts of Kosovo in full force and discover evidence of Serb atrocities. Plus, Eye on America, turning schools into fortresses.
This is the CBS Evening News. With Dan Rather reporting from CBS News headquarters in New York.
Good evening. Peace in Kosovo is starting to take hold, but mixed with more hatred between ethnic and religious groups and sustained tension between the NATO allies and Russia. Here are today's top developments. 1,200 U.S. Marines rolled into Kosovo, bringing the Allied force there to more than 14,000. About the same number of Serb troops have left the province, burning and looting as they went. NATO troops reported finding a mass grave and the remains of massacre victims. Uninvited Russian troops still control Kosovo's main airport, while U.S. and Russian diplomats debate Russia's role. As the NATO force moved into Kosovo, CBS News correspondents, the most experienced in the region, fanned out across the province today. Our coverage begins with the very experienced Alan Pizzi on the move with U.S. Marines.
An American armored column finally rolled into eastern Kosovo today, spearheaded by U.S. Marines with Cobra gunship air cover. The welcome in the first village they came to was a mini version of the Allies arriving in Paris in 1944. Chanting "NATO, NATO," villagers who had been in hiding for nearly 3 months showered the Marines with flowers.
Elderly women blowing us kisses and things like that. Make you want to stay in the Marine Corps for 40 years.
We always plan for the worst but hope for the best, and fortunately so far it's been the best.
But they didn't know how close they might have come to the worst. A few minutes after the Marines passed here, British troops were shown what they said was a landmine booby trap in a house. The Albanian owners, who had just come back from 3 months of hiding in the woods, said their house had been occupied by Yugoslav forces. And fear of them lingers on. When Yugoslav armor rolled through on its way home, people instinctively stepped back. But when the Marines were around, Yugoslav troops got a different reception. It's the kind of thing that could pose serious problems for the U.S. forces if it provoked any reaction.
American and Yugoslav forces weren't supposed to meet like this. The plan was that the Yugoslav army would be out of here before the Americans arrived. But so far, it's only created traffic jam problems. As long as both sides act like professional armies, one American officer said, things should be okay.
At this junction, U.S. troops